Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Today we're going to be talking about how you can rebrand your life and actually stick to it. Honestly, the reason why I'm making this video was because last night at 1:38 a.m. I had this sudden urge to rebrand my life, like completely change it 180 degrees. So I'm going to tell you what I did the last time I felt like this and how I stuck to it to actually get to where I am today. Just a bit of a backstory, the last time I felt like this was in 2018, so it was just before COVID, or it was just after I finished my A-levels. I was taking a gap year at that time because my dad told me to, and I didn't really know what to do with my life at that point, and I completely rebranded my life since then. Now I'm currently a master's year chemical engineering student. If you haven't seen it before, I previously used to always get E's. I failed every exam, but now I am getting the best grades in my university. And all of that happened because I completely rebranded my life. So if you want to completely rebrand your life, the first thing you're going to need is a notebook. And the second thing that you need is a pen. Now, I'm pretty sure this is more placebo, but I would suggest you use a notebook that you think looks very nice. Like this notebook here, it's not even, okay. This notebook here, look at how pretty it looks. It has like art and this is embossed. I love embossed notebooks and things like that. Has a little flap. For the pens, I have a very specific pen as well. I use the Muji navy color 0.38 pen. And the reason why I use these very specific things, nice notebooks, specific pen, things like that, is because when you associate yourself with certain things in your life, you will be put into a completely different mood whenever you are put into that situation. So for example, if I associate this notebook here as rebranding my life, where I put most of my ideas into as like this like version of me that I want to become, then every time I look into this notebook, I will feel inspired. And that's the same with my pen. Every time I use the same pen, it makes me feel inspired to do things. So you have to do this sparingly though. Whenever you have this notebook, make sure you only put stuff that you are inspired by, your ideas, your rebranded life. Only put that in here. Don't put it in any other notebooks, and make sure you don't put any other random information into this notebook as well. Keep it separate to the rest of your life. In school, you have different notebooks for different subjects. You don't have the same notebook for everything. You have one for math, you have one for chemistry. It's just more organized that way. So that is the first step. Now, the second step is to pretend like you are your manager. So pretend like you're a actress or actor and your manager is telling you how to act, blah, blah, blah. Just imagine yourself as like a K-pop idol. We always hear like stories of their managers, their whatever they're called, their management telling them what to eat, what to wear, what to do. Be that person to yourself. So what I did in here last night was I literally wrote down a whole new script of me and I titled it Rebranding Patricia. I wrote it in third person as if I'm a manager looking at how I'm living and changing my way of living. So that's what you need to do as well. The last time that I did this, I only did it in bullet points, and it's easier to see that way. It's easier to see when it's bullet points because you're like, okay, when I open this notebook, I see the bullet points I want to go through, I will follow through easily because it's like catchy with your eyes. But this time I wrote it out in a paragraph like this. And the reason for that is because I wanted to script my life a little bit more. I wanted to see if this will create more of a change than the actual bullet points would. I would say the downside for this is that I have to read through it every time I want to remember what I'm trying to rebrand myself for. So for example, here I wrote that I want to, she exercises a minimum of 30 minutes time 4 sessions weekly. And when the walking pad arrives, do 10K steps a day. I haven't even bought a walking pad. I haven't even ordered a walking pad, but because I wrote this, I am gonna order a walking pad. I don't even know where it's gonna fit in this house because this house is tiny, so I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that, but I will figure it out. I also wrote here that Patricia will focus on her university every day until end of April 2024 and will not take extra students. That is something I really struggle with because I want to help a lot of students in my tutoring, but I can't do that because I still have my university. However, my uni ends in the end of April, so if I just focus on that now for the next 2 months, get that done, do the best that I can, then I can focus on my tutoring. Prioritizing is something you need to put in here. Talk about what exactly it is, the goals that you want, and then write the steps that you can do in order to get there. One thing that I like to do is to get a post-it pad like this, where it doesn't matter what the post-it pad is, but write the goals that you want into here first before you put it over here. I would say that having this rebranding your life script is kind of like a visual board, where a visual board reminds you every day of your goals. This talks about how you're gonna get to your goals, but in the detail of things that you can control. So when it comes to life, it's always good that you don't have a plan, and I've learned this the hard way. I went through quite a lot in the past few years with finances and everything that I planned for didn't actually happen. Even right now, because I'm graduating with university this year, this semester, I had a plan that after this I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna do whatever job I get in chemical engineering, but I've completely changed pathways now. I've decided I'm gonna do a gap year and do a data analysis and software engineering course instead, while doing tutoring and building up my TikTok, building up my brand, blah, blah, blah. So even with that, I completely changed the path of my life, whether I want to or not. It was just something that kind of struck me one day where I was like, you know what, I don't think I'm ready to go into the work field. All of the jobs that they are offering are not very interesting to me. I would like to learn more before I go into the work field. And that's why I took the option of taking another gap year. This is my 3rd gap year, by the way. Taking a gap year and then figuring my life out from there. That is completely fine. Take life as it goes. Take life at your own pace. You are not on a race against anyone. You are only on a race against yourself. If you are doing better than you were yesterday, then that's all that you need. You just need to do better than you were yesterday. Become a better person and become a better person for other people as well. As I was imagining myself as my manager, I was seeing myself in 3rd person view. I saw the habits that I would do every single day. I noticed all the things that I didn't really like about myself. For example, when I post a video, when I post a TikTok, even when I don't, I am constantly checking my phone and seeing if people like it, how many likes I get, how many views I get. As a content creator, that is probably the worst thing that you can do, because it's kind of like watching a pot boil. Like, it's just gonna take so long. You're gonna get frustrated, you're gonna get scared, you're gonna get disheartened. So try not to look at your phone too much, and that's something that I put here. I said here that Patricia must stop checking her social media constantly and instead read more books, work on projects, and spend time with loved ones. That's something I've been really struggling with, and I put that in here. So now, one of the ways that I can stick by this is documenting my life. It doesn't matter if no one's gonna watch it. If you are trying this out, just film yourself. You don't have to post it. Just film yourself, document your life. Keep track of what you're doing. I'm gonna be doing this on my TikTok and on my YouTube channel with vlogs and things like that, where I am keeping track of myself and holding myself accountable. Tell other people about this as well if you are brave enough to, because personally I'm quite shy of people knowing my plans. Even though I'm telling you guys, I've gotten over that shyness, but having other people keeping track of what you're doing as well is good, so that they can hold you accountable. Now, it takes 21 days to build a habit. So if you stick to your script for 21 days, all the days afterwards are going to get easier and easier and easier. You don't have to do this like major thing like 75 hard or 75 soft. You don't have to do that like major thing. You can just rebrand your life according to what you want. When you follow other people's steps, you're following what they want for themselves. They don't necessarily have the same goals as you. So make sure that you are clear with your goals and you are clear with the steps you want to take. But don't forget to give yourself a bit of contingency and let life take its path. Let life do its own thing. Don't be too strict about how life is going to go for you in the steps. Only talk about what you can control. If you can control what you eat, if you can control what time you wake up every day, if you can control what your habits will be, then that's a lot better than following somebody else's footsteps and then just waiting for it to happen, basically. But yeah, aside from that, thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!